Good evening, everyone. I am Harshit, your tech host, and welcome to the Daily Tech News Bulletin brought to you by IT Voice. In today's news, we will be covering news about Apple's foldable iPad mini, Amazon's prefabricated tiny homes, CBDT chairman on technology for tax compliance, WRI India CEO on data for policy changes, YouTube Music's samples feature, SAP's internal resistance to remote work changes, Raytheon's $20 million contract for next-gen multi-chip package and more. To skip to any particular news story, use the chapters below. And don't forget to subscribe to IT Voice and stay up to date on all the latest tech news. Apple is reportedly working on a foldable iPad mini to compete with the iPad mini currently in the planning stages. The compact foldable iPad is anticipated to debut between 2026 and 2027. The foldable iPad could feature a size ranging from 7 to 8 inches. It might replace the existing 8.3-inch iPad mini if successful. The device signifies the possibility of a compact iPad with a sizable screen when unfolded. Apple is also working on a flat OLED panel for a future iPad mini iteration. Rumors suggest collaboration with Samsung and LG for designing foldable panels, though unconfirmed. Amazon is now offering prefabricated tiny homes to customers in select countries starting at $12,500. These homes, known as prefab tiny homes, are similar to traditional houses but are more portable and easy to transport. The Zoliendo portable prefabricated tiny home is priced at $27,000, featuring 2 bedrooms, 1 living room, 1 bathroom, and a kitchen. The homes come with full electrical wiring, hot and cold water drainage, and insulation pipes. While some users find them overpriced, these tiny homes are easy to move around and offer an alternative living solution. Other brands such as BOX ABL also offer similar product and mass-produced tiny houses. Nitin Gupta, CBDT chairman, emphasizes the use of technology including artificial intelligence to improve tax compliance. In December, around 44 lakh emails were sent to taxpayers for mismatch between declared income and financial transactions using technology-based risk assessment. Gupta attributed higher buoyancy in direct tax revenue to technology along with other measures to plug leakages. The tax department is approaching taxpayers through the e-verification scheme to large-scale variations between declared income and financial transaction. The Income Tax Department is working on the resolution of tax demand through the Demand Facilitation Center DFC in Mysuru. Madhav Pai, CEO of WRI India, discusses the importance of collecting large amount of data for meaningful policy changes. WRI India has worked with over 100 startups primarily in mobility, energy and land restoration. WRI India mentors startups, provide feedback on solutions and showcases them at key events without direct funding. The goal is to create a precedent in the government for adopting new tax solutions and making it easier for startups to interact with the government. WRI India run a land accelerator focusing on the restoration of degraded land, featuring innovative tax solutions. YouTube Music introduces a new sample feature on its home screen. Users can scroll a vertical video feed of song clips similar to Instagram Reel or TikTok, powered by Watch History. The feature aims to connect listeners with potentially liked but undiscovered new music. The tap and play selection mirror the YouTube Shorts interface with features like, add to playlist, share, and download. YouTube Music serves over 100 million listeners, and SAP faces internal resistance from over 5,000 employees over the mandatory removal of remote work flexibility. SAP CEO Christian Klein argues that campus co-location is crucial for cultural continuity, mentoring, and productivity. The company is now seeking to balance remote and on-site expectations through hybrid strategies. Employees fear organizational rigidity, location-based discrimination, cultural erosion, and falling workspace loyalties. SAP is attempting a compromise between remote and on-site work policies. Raytheon and RTX Business is awarded a $20 million contract to develop a next-generation multi-chip package for sensor. Raytheon will collaborate with industry partners, including AMD, to integrate commercial devices into a compact microelectronics package. The package aims to convert radio frequency energy to digital information with more bandwidth, higher data rates, lower power consumption, and reduced weight. It is designed to be compatible with Raytheon's scalable sensor processing requirements. The contract will be managed by the National Security Technology Accelerator and administered by the Naval Surface Warfare Center Crane Division in Indiana. This is Harshit signing off. Stay tuned and subscribe to IT Voice for the latest tech news.